Are you so hungry? Oh
Well,
my goodness, I missed you. You're like a little deer hunter.
as you can see, Jamie and this little munchkin have their routine down pretty darn good.
Oh, you're so hungry.
Jamie's been out for a while, and I was babysitter. And obviously, I haven't been doing a very good job babysitting because I could not get her to eat that well. She only spit it up all over me.
What happened?
Well, she also pooped on me, so consider yourself lucky.
Well, that's good. You just lay her down and...
Oh, I know, Jamie.
Look,
I've seen you do it 100
messed
times.
her up.
It's just not as easy when I do it.
It's easy peasy, Dad. Oh my goodness, she's so hungry.
Yep.
What'd you do to my baby?
It's been a long day. We've taken some walks around the place.
You went for a walk, baby? That's a good girl.
I'm a little bit perturbed. I don't exactly know if that word is being used properly. I never used that word. But I tell you what, I enjoy trying to sound smart in front of people. Because in reality, I'm not that smart of a guy. Oh, I'm a genius when it comes to some things. Some people get my genius, and most people do not. And so that would be my cross to bear. But this morning, I got a phone call from our county game warden, who has become a really big fan of the page, I should say. He says he and his wife completely binged watched for the last 2 days, ever since we reached out to him when we brought home Elvira. I did I went through all the proper channels. I called our county judge. I found out the name of the game warden. I called the game warden, told him the situation with the baby deer and our ongoing rescue, hopefully trying to keep her alive. He passed me along to our county wildlife rehab lady. And so if you notice what I just now said, passed along, right? So, okay, that's our bureaucracy. That's bureaucracy. That's how government works a lot, and that's fine. It is what it is. But Jamie and I have spent the last 3 days and nights, 3 days and nights, doing all that we can to keep this baby alive. And it was very hard at first because, we weren't sure from 1 hour to the next if we'd walk out and it would still be breathing. But I'll tell you what, we took our Jamie, of course, begins to do the research. I make the phone calls to make sure that we're doing the right thing and doing it by the book. Everyone is so scared of this CWD that no one really wants to take on this baby deer by fear of having to infect their own game warden vehicles or rehab facility and whatnot. So Jamie and I do what we have to do to keep it alive. To keep it alive. Of course, turning that baby back to the wild once it gets to a certain age. 12 weeks was our goal. Well, if lo and behold, some sweet, miserable lady, she says we're going about it all wrong. Oh my God, you're going about it all wrong. She's screaming at the top of her lungs that we're doing it all wrong. We're doing it all wrong. We're doing it all wrong. She didn't like the fact that we were ignoring her comments. And then she began to demand an audience. So I simply just banned her from the mockery that she was making of herself. Well, that wasn't good enough for her. So she begins to go on a bit of a
tirade
to try to right all of the wrongs in the world. And she finally got a hold of the same game warden that I spoke to, the one that was busy trying to binge watch I'm a Survivor videos, for Christ's sake. And she begins to fill his head up with how horrible and what an injustice we're doing. And so supposedly she can't stand the way we talk to the baby. You heard me right. She can't stand the way that we're talking to that baby. You see, when you do it by the book, when you bring in a rescued like that, you're trying to save a wild animal's life, you don't talk to it. You don't nurture it. You don't do anything besides stick that bottle in its mouth. You show it no love whatsoever. No, it doesn't matter if that baby's lost its mom, if that baby's gone 2 or 3 days without drinking or eating in this case. It doesn't matter if that baby has so much poop that is stuck to its behind that other poop can't come out, and that maggots have worked its way inside of that baby's intestines. No, it don't matter. It don't matter that you can clean all that out, Lester, with your little handy wipes, and Jamie can work and get that baby to eat. But don't you dare say a word to it. Don't you dare let that baby nuzzle up on your neck and get used to your scent. Because in fact, you're doing this horrible, horrible injustice. Shame on you, Lester. Jamie, you're being corrupted by that man. So, the wheels of justice has begun to turn. And that lady is, that lady, I say that lady, I don't know exactly if it's a lady or a man. But because they're the kind of person that they don't even have a picture by their profile. You've seen those that Facebook just puts some kind of a silhouette right there because you don't know if it's a man or a woman. But anyway, this person has made it to where we're going to go ahead and start saying our goodbyes to our baby, which we knew this day would come. We thought we would have at least enough time to get her back on her feet. But they're going to go ahead and have us bring her in, and hopefully that they can break her of all the horrible things that we've done. Or it might be too late. We might have just, because of us, she'll find an early death. Now, listen to me. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but I'm not making up a word of what I'm saying to you. I'm not making up a word of what I'm saying to you. And that just is what gets me about people. So, the way I look at it is, as a human, yes, you have laws to protect and preserve. But at some point, I think that most of us have at some point in our life maybe broke the law for the right reason. And so in this case, Jamie and I took on a rescue that we knew was not one that we were familiar with, made all of the proper phone calls. County judge, which in Texas, the county judge is like your CEO of your county, who passed me along to our local game warden, who passed me along to our local wildlife rehabber. Now, none of these three had any problem whatsoever with us doing what we had to do to help this baby survive. All of these three knew that our intentions were to eventually reintroduce this baby to the wild. Like we did for Pig Trudy. Folks, look what just came in the mail. Pig Trudy, you got a gift, baby. I'm afraid that Pig Trudy has about outgrown her shirt before she had a chance to wear it, guys. No. No, baby, you're wearing your new shirt, sweetie. Baby. Sweet baby. Sweet love, no. Let me take your shirt off first, baby. Don't do it, Trudy. Baby, don't do it, love. Now, Pig Trudy chose not to go to the wild. She chose to stay with us. And so if, in fact, Elvira would have at some point chose to stay with us, then, heck, we're not going to say no, because we love animals. But what gets me is this caller is so insistent. It's the foot-stomping, fist-raised kind of person is so insistent that you take this animal and you stop talking to it. You don't love it. You don't hold it. You don't take your finger, I guess, and go up into his little hiney and clean out the maggots. You don't give him dewormers that was recommended to us by the rehab facility. Oh no, we're going all about it wrong, because that in fact is not what Mother Nature's, that goes against all of Mother Nature. No, it doesn't go against Mother Nature. In our case, we were just trying to save a baby. We never went to look for a deer to rescue. We took a phone call from a guy that had saved a deer from certain death. We spent the hours and hours doing what we do for any of our babies that are sick and trying to get them the proper care to heal them, you know. And in this case, it was intestinal and getting it to eat. You know, it was dehydrated, extremely dehydrated. But the mistake that we made was showing it love. The mistake that we made was showing it love, because some people just can't handle that. Oh, baby. Well, I am hopeful that she will be fine now. I'm certain that she'll be going off to somebody who is better trained and qualified to take care of wildlife. But I do hope that wherever she goes, she's loved, because she's gotten used to love. And I think that God made her with a loving heart. It's humans who've made them not love because of how cruel we've been. So I hope you're happy, you miserable, miserable soul. But you guys just remember to do the right thing, even if sometimes the right thing is not the legal thing. And we will never apologize for showing love to any of God's creatures, big or small, four-legged, or even the two-legged variety. So we will be saying our goodbyes to Elvira, giving her a last kiss, and we do hope for the best for her.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.